So it started with the Anambra State government with Governor Soludo, and now it has extended to Enugu State with Governor Mbah. And now, what is this all about? The Enugu State government has proposed a bill. He has brought a bill to the government, to the Enugu State House of Assembly, and the proposal of the bill is to regulate the activities and the services of spiritualists, native doctors, and herbalists in the state of Enugu. Now, you remember that this was the same thing that Governor Soludo did in Anambra State earlier this year. Late last year, earlier this year, and this erupted a lot of debates, a lot of protests from native doctors in Anambra State. But right now, we're seeing that there's a little bit of sanity in Anambra State. In Igbo, it is said that Ofuaka Rutamano Ozuaka Nine, that is to say that the activity of one person has the ability to affect every other person concerned. Now, what does this mean? You remember that about 1 week or 2 weeks ago, there was this story that trended in Enugu State about one Ichie Millions, who is a native doctor, but he's a spiritualist committing rituals, committing crimes in the guise of being a native doctor. After he was exposed, he was known to be a ritualist and then a kidnapper, and then a pregnant woman was found kidnapped in one of his houses. The Enugu State government brought a tractor and then brought down the house and the whole lot of that. It trended that time last week, and it painted Enugu State and by extension the Igbo community at large in a bad light. That Igbo are known for rituals, they don't like walking and the whole lot of that. I believe that is the motivation behind this bill that the Enugu State governor is now proposing to implement in Enugu State. Now, this bill that is about to be implemented have a lot of, like, their highlights of this bill, what it wants to achieve. Now, the title of the bill is Maintenance of Internal Security, Vigilance and Order. And now, one of the things that the bill wants to regulate is the registration of native doctors and spiritualists in the state. That if a native doctor or a spiritualist, that you must register with a designated government agency or government body that will be provided by the government after the bill has been proposed and implemented in the state. So if you are in any form of if you're a native doctor, that you must register, otherwise will be a fine of not less than 1 million naira and not more than 5 million naira, or 2 years imprisonment, or even the both. And the second one is that the occupying of forest, evil forest so to say, or any property for the purpose of rendering any of these services has been prohibited. So it is no longer in the case of you want to go and see native doctor, you will now buy him off, you go to enter forest, inside forest, so I could go see a native doctor. And there is this psychological belief that the deeper the forest, the more powerful the native doctor is. Another thing that the bill seeks to regulate is Odieshi and Okite, it's bandits. Yeah, it's not acceptable that if anybody is found doing Odieshi or doing Okite, Odieshi simply means a traditional bulletproof traditional bulletproof, that they shoot you knife, you no go enter. They machete you no go enter. Or maybe they shoot you bullet, you no go enter. Stuff like that is traditional bulletproof. And then Okite simply means ritual, doing human sacrifice of rituals and to get money and a whole lot of that. And the bill also extended to include that all private security agencies must be registered and must report a monthly report to the government agency. And also every hotel and suite in Enugu State must have surveillance cameras located in strategic parts of the hotel and suite. Now, this is very, very important because we've had several cases where people go missing after lodging in hotels, and there is no trace to this. And now this is actually very, very important. Well, guys, like, what do you think about this bill by the Enugu State government? A lot of people might be seeing this right now to be that the government of the day is out in order to kill the roots of the traditional Igbo people, that these things are the roots of traditional Igbo people. But I don't think that it is that way. I think it's the other way around. It's trying to protect the dignity and the sacredness of the tradition of Igbo, because it is not being abused, being used for a lot of criminal activity. So the bill is not to the end of shutting it down or maybe closing it down, but to the end of regulating those criminal elements that have infiltrated or penetrated, now committing crimes in the guise of performing spiritual sacrifices and the whole lot of that. Well, guys, like, what is your take about this in the comment section? Are you agreeing with the Enugu State government for this bill that it is proposing, or do you think that this is an affront, like this is not acceptable and another thing should be done with regards to it? I go the comment section, sha. I go to wait for your comment. Don't forget to like and share this video, and I will see you in the next. This is just TV.